Let's see. Usagi Bugyo. Well, Usagi just means bunny, right? What does Bugyo mean? Alright, well, I'm gonna see if I can record this while we do it. Box of Fortune. Usagi Bugyo sees great fortune in your future. Oh, really? Should I get a lotto ticket? Greetings, sir. From your bearing, I gather you're an adventurer. If so, there is a matter I wish to discuss with you. Oops, don't cut the scheme. Ah, but where are my manners? I am the Usagi Bugyo, a member of a delegation hailing from Hingashi, a nation in the Far East. Each year, we travel across the seas to share our tradition of Heavensturn with the peoples of Eorzea. In this realm, it is held that the gods raise up amongst their number each year to serve as a herald of good fortune. In the Far East, however, 'tis not a god, but one of 12 noble beasts that is chosen. His head is kind of tiny. In previous Heavensturn celebrations, we gifted participants Kabuto fashioned after the presiding beast. I have a couple of those. But this year, we have an even greater reward, an entire set of armor. Ooh, now you're fucking talking. Is it this armor that you're wearing? Because it looks pretty sweet. Lest you wonder, I'm wearing the very... I'm wearing the very prize we offer. Magnificent, is it not? Surely you wish to claim a set for yourself? Hell yeah, I do. It is a bunny man. If you do, I encourage you to speak with the Omikujushi standing near the Tempest Gate. He is a member of our delegation and would be honored to present you with the armor. You need but heed his quest. Oh, so this might be a quick quest then. Sure. So the way they do it is like, in the lore of this game, what is it? Ishgard, because it's already surrounded in snow anyway, is supposedly the originator of like their equivalent of Christmas, which is called Starlight, the Starlight celebration, and New Year's is from, what do you call it, Kugane and like the far eastern area, because obviously like it's a similar thing to like you know, the different animals of the New Year, like Chinese New Year and stuff. Oh no, is it not referred to as Chinese New Year now? There's some terminology that last year I was like, no, I have to change the way I say this because it's not right anymore. Oh, it started raining. It's raining like it is actually raining outside my window. But yeah, I find that kind of interesting. I can't remember the Saints' Eve or whatever, the Halloween equivalent. Doesn't seem like it has a particular origination point. It just is always kind of around everywhere, although it kind of is in Gridania for the most part. But I don't know if it specifically comes from there. Alright, Bunny Man. What do you have to say? Greetings, friend. I take it you've spoken with my associate, the Usagi Bugyo, and are willing to lend your assistance. I've got the goofy music playing. Before I make any request of you, may I ask if you are at all familiar with the word omikuji? As a matter of fact, I am. Omiku what? I don't speak Japanese, I'm sorry. Omikuji, my friend. 'Tis an old tradition of the Far East, one I would not expect the people of this land to know. A form of fortune-telling, omikuji may be translated as sacred lots in your tongue. One receives a lot at random, and with a message from the divine upon a piece of parchment. The message contains principles that describe what will bring one fortune, or misfortune. By taking these principles to heart, one will be visited with happiness. Omikuji are an indispensable part of the Heavensturn celebration in the Far East, and I'm honored for the opportunity to share this tradition with the people of Eorzea. Well, thank you. Alas, perhaps due to a lack of familiarity, but a few souls have stopped to ask to have their fortune told thus far, and this brings me to my request. If you're willing, I ask that you spread word of this auspicious opportunity to the townsfolk. Sure, I could do that. You have my thanks. As a local, I trust you know where to look for potential participants. I look forward to receiving those souls you send my way. Alright. I'll be on here for as long as my house has power. Oh no. It's particularly bad up there, right? Here it's wet, but we haven't heard any crazy like storms outside. It's just heavy rain. I'm rather afraid of losing power. I really hope that doesn't happen. Alright, where am I supposed to go here? I'll cross my fingers for you, Joe. Category 5, fuck. I know my husband was looking at the little meteorology like, fucking chart or map earlier, and I think color-wise, yellow was supposed to be like the extreme, and he was showing me this wave that was approaching the coast, and it's like blue, 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 purple, and then yellow, and I was like, oh, fuck. So it's technically gonna go right over us, but I don't know how bad it'll be. Just cross my fingers, it's not too bad. Alright, who do we talk to? Oh, we talked to the old sassy pirate lady here. What does she have to say? Roswin. I'd known the Far Easterners were back for Heavensturn? Oh, Heavensturn. Oh, right, because she has like some shitty, like heavy British accent. I'd known the Far Easterners were back for Heavensturn, but now they doing fortune telling as well this time, you say? These fortunes, they say anything about relationships, you know, between a man and a woman. Oh my god, does she want advice about fucking Carvalane? Does he even know that she likes him? Alright, what advice do you want? Just curious is all. Don't get any strange ideas. Uh-huh. Reckon I'll go and check out this Omakuji. Not that I put any store in such nonsense, mind you. I got free time is all. Can I go please talk to Carvalane? He's probably so clueless, though. I'm pretty sure he assumes that she hates him. Because they're rival pirate captains, after all. What the heck, a cat girl? Yeah, man, there's lots of cat girls. There's lots of bunny girls, too. Although, to be fair, the cat girl thing mostly started in Final Fantasy XI, because this is kind of like a spiritual successor to 11. So 11 had the cat girls, so that means 14 definitely has the cat girls. Furry fan? Well, look over here. You talk about furry fantasy. We got a big burly cat boy, another big burly cat boy. These are Hrothgar. Oh, and there's a little cat girl down here that on the bottom of the screen that you can barely see. I picked the more traditional class because I love elves, and I also played an Elvan in 11, so I just picked another Elizan for 14. Wait, who am I supposed to talk to here? There's like nobody here. Am I missing something? Oh, this person. Fuck. I've seen my fair share of Heavensturn celebrations, but I can't say I've heard of this Omakuji business before. Sounds interesting, though. When my shift ends, I'll head over with some comrades. Might make a nice diversion, and I'll take the opportunity to welcome the Far Eastern delegation on behalf of the Maelstrom. Sounds like a plan. The orcs? So, I guess they kind of are orc-like. They're called Rogadin in this game, and they're big burly dudes. Like, this guy here is a Rogadin, but they're not like... I wouldn't necessarily call them orcs. They're still more human-like. Let me see if I can find one that you can see more of his body. They're just big burly dudes. Like this... No, all these guys that I keep looking at are kind of greenish, but they're not specifically green. Yeah, Rogadin are pretty cool. Actually, I could show you real quick if you're curious. Hold on a second. Let's see here. If I did the character creator, you could see... Let's see. New character. So there's a decent number. Obviously, you got the human equivalent, which are here. So that's pretty standard. There's either the girl or the guy. And within the here, there's like the kind of normal-ish ones. And then there's the big and burly ones, right? Which are usually big brows, and they seem kind of like more intense, right? So those are the Highlanders, the Midlanders, and the Highlanders. So this is like the weeaboo and like the Western D&D type person, I think. Rogadin sounds like a tooth. It kind of does, like a brand, right? Rogadin brand toothpaste. All right, let me go back to no. Go back to the type. Elizen obviously are, you know, pretty straightforward. They come in two flavors. I guess if you call it flavor. There's the Wildwoods, which are kind of the more woodsy types. And then there's the Dusk Whites, which are the ones that lived in like caves and underground and stuff. My character actually is a Dusk White, but I didn't opt for the traditional kind of like bluish skin tone. I just picked a darker skin tone because I wanted that. Lalafell are the ones that everyone always makes jokes about. Even in-game, sometimes they're referred to as potatoes. And then with them, their type is a bit more subtle. There's the Plainsfolk and the Dunesfolk. And the only difference you could see is like the Plainsfolk have like almost slit eye, like cat eye pupils. And the Dunesfolk have just big anime eyes. Pretty much, but other than that, they look pretty damn similar, at least to me. And then, of course, the cat people, right? Let me get something other than this environment. Here we go. So you get the cat people, and they also have kind of like a light difference. There's the Keepers of the Moon that have like the big, similar to the Lalafell, they have like big anime eyes, and the Seekers of the Sun have like the slit, like the more cat-like eyes, and I think they also have fang teeth, which I don't know if you could see in here. Let's see if I have them talk. Can I have you talk? Oh, maybe she doesn't have the... Maybe it's the other people that have the teeth. Is it the Keepers of the Moon? Say something. Say something. Yeah, okay. So they have fang teeth, like very light fang teeth. But then the other ones have more cat-like eyes. So I guess, you know, as per your preference, right? And of course, you know, most people pick women, but there's also like the sexy cat boy, right? So you can pick like, you know, the cat boy that's kind of rugged. Like they get like tiny amounts of facial hair. It's never like true facial hair. It's like a little scruff, you know? Actually, I don't know. Can you even do like a serious beard on these guys? Let me see this. That face looks a little more old than the other ones. Where's the hairstyle? No. Where's the facial features? Maybe. Oh, they do that? I hate the little mutton chops. Is there like a... Oh. You can't do a mustache. So they're incapable of having mustaches, apparently. A tsundere side character. No, I'm not. I'm just showing you the options. So like when somebody starts a game for the first time, right? You could be a cat man if you wanted to. Now, if you want to be a cat man, there's the Hrothgar, which are like super burly guys. You see how much bigger this dude is from this guy? Just going back and forth, it's like giant. I think you have less visual options for customization. But basically, if you played Final Fantasy X, if you remember Kamari, who was essentially like a blue mage, I think, in that game, these are basically like the race that Kamari was. Like, this guy actually kind of looks like Kamari, actually. Just the default guy for this particular race. Either the Hellions or the Lost. I don't know what the distinction is. So you get big burly cat dudes that you could have. The one you thought looked like an orc is Rogadin. They're similarly huge to like a Hrothgar, but they're not cats. They're the spiritual successor to a Galka race from 11. The difference being Galkas in 11 had like a big fat tail, which these guys do not have. Not like a cat tail, it almost like a big fat dinosaur tail kind of thing. Let's see here. And these guys can look like all kinds of... See, I think the ones you were looking at before, the Hells or the Sea Wolves, not the Hellsguard, tend to be more like greenish with their skin tone. They can look pretty cool. Yeah, Kamari. I like Kamari a lot. So Rogadins are kind of neat if you want like a big burly dude. They obviously have more facial options than the cat boys. I can make him taller. Oh, even bigger. Like, let's see. What's his facial features here? A bandage, of course. Extra scars. Oh, can he not? That's the biggest beard he can get? Wait, hold on a second. Maybe I have to pick the other group. Hellsguard? Well, he has more of a beard than the other guy did. So I guess if you wanted more of a beard, a little bit, you would pick this race. I mean, this sub-race versus the other sub-race or whatever. What is that all of them? Oh, right. And then the Aura. The Aura came out around Heavensward because that was like all about dragons. And they're like a dragon people or a hybrid dragon people. So they got these cool like side, I was gonna say antlers. They're not. These side horns, which would probably make it a huge pain in the ass to either kiss somebody or sleep on your side because these things just don't move. And of course, similar to the Elizin, they have like either the really like purplish bluish skin colors or the more like warm skin tones. They have a few more like, they like to do like, this guy has like Sonic hair almost. Yeah, I know you would like the Aura, Joe. The thing I kind of don't like is the female ones are like tiny. Look how much the Aura dudes are like cool and like, they're kind of skinny like the Elizin, but a bit more buff. So you get kind of like a nice, svelte, but still strong look to them. But then the females are all like, oh, I'm tiny. Yeah, I know. I don't like that. I wish you could have a big, giant Aura lady. That would almost tempt me to like pick one. These ones, yes, even like how she acts is like far too dainty. Like that. They're too girly. And I think that's just the downside of like a lot of almost like Japanese developer type games. It's very hard to get a tough lady. So for example, for a Rogadin lady, they actually look really cool. But they still look smaller compared to a dude, right? So see how big the dude is? And then it switches to the lady. Although, I think you can still make her tall. This is like, yeah, you can actually make her... Her tallest height is actually taller than an Elizin. So they're still tall as shit. But that, yeah, it's just a cosplayer. They don't have as much of the exaggerated stat, you know, like visual to them, right? It does kind of look like a cosplayer that just put some black face paint under their nose, you know, for this kind of effect. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing. I don't dislike their faces. They got like interesting, like broad sort of faces. There was one that had like a cool hair color too, or hairstyle. Like they're neat, and they're like really tough, and they got gigantic fucking boobs. Wait, pick the. This is half the bust size. Womp. So you can make them with gigantic bazongas, but they're also like huge. It's like, you know, Snoo or whatever from Futurama. But that's kind of like as tough as a girl character that you get. Everybody else is significantly more dainty than their male counterpart, which is kind of annoying. A lot of people, so Hrothgars only have a guy version right now. And a lot of people wanted a girl version because they're like, hey, give me a burly girl that's like a big cat girl. They claim that they're working on it, but I don't know if this will be available in the next expansion or whatever. It would be nice. But I'm so cynical. I'm almost assuming that if they do a female Hrothgar, it's going to be like the Rogadin, where it's just noticeably more diminished looking than the guy, you know. And then, of course, there's the Vieira, which actually turns things on its heads because the females tend to be taller in general. So like this max height, this is short for a female. They get pretty tall at their max height, and then if you go to a male, they are canonically shorter than the females. See, when I did the up, he didn't go up by that much. So male Viera are very pretty boys, similar to like the cats. They're extremely popular right now, but they're in fashion. Here's the worst part. If you look at their facial features, oh, you don't even... This subclass doesn't even have a mustache. Hold on. It's the other one, I think. So Vina doesn't have it. Rava, I think... Let's see. Really? There's no... I can't do a mustache? I thought you could. Or is it part of their hairstyle? Or their face? Oh, it's part of their face? That sucks. So these guys is like clean cut kind of hair, which that looks like a tiny child. That still looks too young. And then this guy actually looks older, but still something about his face is like a baby face. I don't like this hairstyle. The default hairstyle looks like it's Fran's hair from not 14, 12. Let's see. Oh, that's terrible. Most people pick like the boyish looking Viera. You don't often see the ones that actually have facial hair, so it's kind of... He almost looks like he would have like he'd be a musketeer or something like that. Yeah, I know. You. But most people do either the boyish Viera male, or obviously almost any female Viera is like pretty as hell. I guess like you both can't go wrong with a female Viera, but you also get a lot of sameness, unfortunately, because they don't have as many like hairstyle options and stuff as some of the other races. A lot of long hair options for them. This one is just straight up Fran's helmet from 12. Some of that. You could change their ear. Even the ear shapes are not that drastically different. Let's see where where is that? That's not the one I was looking at. This one. It's like short one, tall one. This always looks like they're broken. I don't like these ears at all. And then another tall one. So there's not a ton of variety, unfortunately. If they add female Hrothgar and it look good, I might be tempted to play. Yeah, that might happen. So 7.0 is the next expansion. I mean, we're only in 6.3 right now, which 6.3 is going to come out on next Tuesday. So it might be a while to 7, but I have a feeling since it's a new expansion, and that's a really big deal, that's generally when you see a new race or a new set of like a sub class of that race. Because that's what happened with Viera males. They added in 6.0. So maybe. I hope so. Anyway, that's all the races. I think I didn't miss any, right? Let's see. Yeah, I mean, Aura dudes are pretty cool. I'm just very... Even Elezen women are pretty regal looking, but again, I guess they weren't treated as badly as the Aura. They're still the same height as the males overall, and they have a similar body type, but obviously they're not burly. They're still skinny. The poor Aura, though, it's such a dramatic difference between the guys and the girls. Alright, back to my character. Oh, god damn it. But yeah, that's the thing, especially since what you said, you got a new laptop, right? So, get that free trial. You can just spend most of it even in the character creator if you wanted to. I mean, it doesn't expire either. It only expires when you want to upgrade past the Heavensward expansion. So you could pretty much play trial to infinity as long as you don't mind not being able to get out of level... What is it, level 60, I think? It's pretty smart of them, too, because people get more hooked to that way instead of it being like a timed trial. I've seen a lot of people, take the plunge out of trial to, like, you know, full subscription after that. All right, so... Oh, we only talked to 2 of 4 people for that quest. So where's everybody else? So one in here. Oh, actually, there's one just where I'm at. Yeah. Well, you'll find out pretty soon, because it's an MMO, your character creation options aren't quite as intense as a single-player game, which is kind of a bummer, but you could still get some unique things. I personally think my Elezen looks unique. There are certain tropes that people have, like certain combinations you'll see a lot. I purposely tried to have my character not subscribe to any of those tropes. Of course, that makes me technically not as quote-unquote attractive as the ones that want to look like they came out of like an anime, but I don't care. I've just decided how I want him to look. Okay. Let's talk to this lady. Oh shit. I'll nudge a few customers your way while taking orders. It's the least I can do in return for the extra business we get thanks to Heavensturn. Okay, thanks. Wait, what did she initially say? I accidentally skipped. Far Eastern fortune telling, you'd say. I'd wager some of our patrons would be keen. Fortune favors the bold, after all, and most here don't want for audacity, sense be damned. Okay. So, who else? Oh, someone else is in here as well. This person. Wait, this name seems familiar. Vodafone? Is this the dude from the summertime quest? Or the summer event? He looks really familiar. A traditional test of luck for the new year. Consider me intrigued. As proud chaperones of the Moonfire Fair, we have a responsibility to learn what we can from other festivals. Oh, he is from that one. Okay. I knew he looked like somebody I'd seen before. The idea of entrusting one's fortune to chance is a bit too superstitious for my liking, but I'm certainly curious. We'll be sure to let our colleagues in the Adventurers Guild know about it. Oh, thank you. Alright, that's everybody. Let's see what Bunny Boy has to say. His weapon is all kind of... Shit, I didn't see... What was the weapon? Was it like a great sword? I was so distracted by his gold armor that I didn't really look at his weapon. What is this? Everybody's testing out their outfits? You have, of course, as is typical with MMOs, a maid with a giant greatsword. Because, you know, why not? This is actually far more tame than the usual outfits I've seen. Alright. Do we get to pick from this lottery thing here? You have finished... my tongue is tied. You have finished spreading word of the Omakuji? My heartfelt thanks. I dare say we can expect some participants to appear soon. Please stay and observe the proceedings. Ah, how is this gonna go? I am not a gambler at all, which is awful. Oh, he has an axe, that guy. Welcome, one and all. It's my pleasure to introduce to you a time-honored fortune-telling tradition of the Far East, the Omakuji. Yeah, it's a weird axe. Alright. The process is simple. Begin by shaking yonder box until it dispenses a stick. There will be a number on the stick which indicates which one of the drawers you're to open. That is simple. Take a piece of paper from that drawer. Upon it, your fortune is written. Once you have read your fortune, you may tie the parchment to the rack yonder. By doing so, good fortune will become better still, whilst misfortune will be cleansed. Alternately, you may also keep the parchment with you to guide you through the year. So, who wishes to learn their fortune first? Everyone runs up first. Me! I want to see what their results are. Did someone have a little dinosaur pet? Oh, they probably did. There's a little cute, like, brontosaurus or something. Yes, mine says great fortune, the luckiest you can get. There isn't a single negative thing written on it. I can throw myself wholeheartedly into adventuring this year. Damn it all, mine says grave misfortune. I'm doomed. Doomed, I tell you. The one you're waiting for is on the way? The love of your life will appear? This is too sudden. Oh, God, that's a tsundere lady if I ever saw one. Ah, 'tis a fine feeling to have others experience and enjoy your culture. Now, what of you, my friend? Would you care to learn your own fortune? As thanks for your help, the first lot will be free of charge. Wait, you were gonna charge me? Yes, please. Or no, I determined my own fortune. No, man, it's free. I'm gonna do it. Give me. Then go on. Give the box a good shake. Oh, I can't read that. Oh. Fair fortune. Thou shalt experience moderate fortune. Keep these words of guidance in thy heart. Adventure. Place thyself in fate's hand, and thou wilt surely grow. Relationships. Be ever grateful, and thou shalt know blessed friendship. Prosperity. Great profits await reaping in the wilderness. Conflict. For strength thou wantest not. Thou needest but breathe as one with thine allies. Favor. Be resolute, like unto the fury, and thou shalt know no surrender. Is this randomized, or would I get the same thing regardless? Oh. You will be unable to review the contents of your fortune after closing this window. Okay. Let me do it again. Let me tie it up. Allow me to thank you once more. Without your help, these folks may never have discovered Omikuji. Whatever the divine may have in store for you, I pray the coming year will bring you happiness. Thanks. Oh, that's it? Wait, where's my suit? They said I would get a suit of armor. Or am I not done yet? Oh, he does have a little dinosaur. That's cute. It's like a little purple T-Rex. Where is that from? His name is Maloney. Oh shit. Okay, we're not done yet. With great fortune comes great responsibility. The far eastern Omikuji appears troubled by what he's seeing. Forgive me, my friend, but might I ask for another moment of your time? In no small part due to your assistance, many are enjoying their first experience with Omikuji. For some, however, it appears to be a source of stress. Oh, this guy. He's all bummed out. These two adventurers, for example, drew opposite results. Great fortune, it says. Can you believe it? That means I have naught to fear. Aye, this is my chance to make it big as an adventurer. Seven hells, what a dreadful Heavensturn this turned out to be. Grave misfortune? What did I do to deserve such rotten luck? Do not be so disheartened, my friend. Though Omikuji may foretell fortune and misfortune, they also provide us with guidance in our daily lives. A great blessing can become a curse should one view it as a license to act rashly. Similarly, a great curse can become a blessing should one heed its warning. What you make of your lot depends on you. So you say, but just look at Hildalana. How happy she is. Why can't I be like that? My words failed to reach him, alas. Perhaps yours can? Could you try to rally his spirits? Oh, I need to use an emote on him. Tyrannosaur horn used to summon the mount. No, but that's a mount, though. What we're looking at is a minion. I wonder what the hell... So maybe the mount is also called Maloney? Like it's a little baby version of the mount? Oh, I gotta... I gotta psych up this poor guy here. What did they say? Rally? Come on, you. It's alright. So you slowly punch you. Thank you for trying to cheer me up. I appreciate it, truly. But you do not understand the burden I bear. The burden of grave misfortune that weighs heavily upon my soul. This is rather more serious than I thought. Please, can you think of any other ways to lift him out of his malaise? Psych him up. Okay. Psych. Come on, Bufadoin. Or Beautifoin. Whatever the fuck your name is. You're right. I mustn't give up the fight. And yet... Do you feel better, my friend? I see. If I may, what did the Omakujis say in its entirety? As I mentioned, they do not only foretell one's fate, but also provide guidance in one's daily life. I must confess I didn't see anything beyond the words grave misfortune, so shocked I was. I had to have a proper read, I suppose. Let's see here. Adventure. Thou must think of others before thyself. Well, that isn't so bad. And next, prosperity. Prepare to lose thy treasured armor. Oh, I knew I shouldn't have read the blasted thing. This set of armor is my pride and joy. I worked myself to the bone earning the guild to pay for it, and now I'm going to lose it all. Come now, let's read the Omakuji to the end. Look, as the navigator maintaineth her net, so too must thou tend to thy friendships. Let not camaraderie's weave fall into disrepair. Sage advice, would you not agree? What would I say? Treasure your comrades and your luck may change for the better. What matters is how you choose to act. Well, he wanted friendship, right? So let's say treasure your comrades. Yes, you're right. My thanks to the two of you for helping me to see sense. Help! I need help! Mochi Dekan, calm down and tell us what ails you. I was preparing for the mochi pounding when a young adventurer, cheerful and fearless, emerged from the city. At first I didn't pay her much mind, but then to my horror she ran afoul of a group of enormous fiends. The monstrosities overwhelmed her in mere moments, and I rushed as quickly as I could for help. A cheerful and fearless young adventurer? Kami Preserve, could it be Hildalana? What? But how could this be? She was supposed to have great fortune. This isn't the time for such questions. I must go to her aid. Yes, you do that. Beautifoin, wait! This is a troubling situation. You strike me as an adventurer of considerable prowess. Will you not go after Beautifoin and lend your aid if necessary? Alright. Our thanks. Please follow me. These guys. The Maloney minion is obtained as a reward for the achievement Gathering in the Air. This particular achievement was added in patch 5.21. Oh, Gathering in the Air. Yeah, I have a feeling he's not literally losing his armor, but this dude is a little simple, I think. Alright, so she ran out to Lower Lenosha. I'll just teleport there. The achievement requires you to obtain 50,000 Skyward points. Oh god, wait, 50,000? I might be close to that. Disciple of the Land. On my minor, maybe? Let's see here. Let me look for that achievement. So crafting and gathering. Oh, crafting in the air. So what do I... It doesn't tell me how close I am, god damn it. 50,000 points towards your Skyward score. Oh, your Skyward score? That means I have to do the diadem or whatever it's called. Alright, maybe I'm not getting that thing. Oh wait, but this is a different guy. This is a Laladile. Like, it looks like a baby crocodile. Did they change? Oh, gathering in the air, not wait, I already have him. What the fuck? I read the wrong thing. Okay, what the fuck? Let's see him. Oh, I do have him. A young prehistoric creature found on the diadem, whose unforgiving environment forged its kind into ruthless predators. For reasons unknown, it saw you as a friend instead of food and began following you. Ever ravenous, it snaps at its own tail whenever it comes into view. Let's see, what does it say? There are too many of them. Too many dinosaurs for us to face alone. Independent behavior. That's cute. No, don't follow. You're supposed to be independent. So it says if he looks at his tail, aw, he's kind of cute. Do something cool. Oh, he's trying to run away. Look at your tail. Oh. Oh, rawr. That's cute. All right. Where the hell am I supposed to go? It is really cute. A lot of the minions are super cute. That's another good reason to play the game. Collect all the minions. You'll find a lot of people that are real hardcore about collecting specific things. It's kind of funny. Some people collect all the mounts. Other people, it's like minions. Other folks, it's like certain kinds of armor. And then you get the completionists that like have to have like everything. Where is it? Oh. Oh. Well, somebody took down a bunch of Goobus. No problem. He's all worn out. Followed me here, did you? We both took a bit of a beating, but I'm pleased to say we're still breathing. Yeah, the big dinosaur is also purple. I'll show you that one. He has like a backpack or something. I finished the guild's request without issue, but then I got greedy. If Beautifoin hadn't come when he did, who knows what might have happened. I merely did what any friend would, Hildalana. I kept wanting to say Hidalana. I'm just glad I made it in time. I shouldn't have put you through that. And look what's become of your armor. Oh, that lost his armor because of that. I'm so sorry, Beautifoin. It's because of me. Oh, don't mention it. It's a small price for protecting a dear friend, and one I'd willingly pay again and again. But if this didn't play out exactly as the Omakuji had foretold... Well, let's return to the city. For one, I need to pay the armorers a visit, but we'll look to you afterwards, or we'll look for you afterwards. Well, it could have been worse. What is that armor he's wearing? I don't recognize it. Ah, what a relief that neither of them came to lasting harm. Let us head back ourselves. The Omakujishi will doubtless be eager to hear the tidings. Okay. Usually you have to, like, fight things yourself, but I guess this time I didn't have to even do that. Easy mission. Oh, wait. Let me show you the... before I teleport out. So, the other one's also called Maloney? Nope. It must be called something else. Or do I not actually... I thought I had it. Big dinosaur guy, right? Oh, it's a Tyrannosaur. But I mean, that's what they are. Let's see. Yeah, it's the not-so-cute version. It's purple in the exact same way. Evil Barney. But he has like all this, it's like an adventurer dinosaur, because look at all these like equipments and things on his back. It's kind of cool. The guy has a bone beard. Yeah, that's one of the aura, but it's like an older man aura. Oh, and then also for no particular reason, he can fly. I mean, they have to make every mount able to fly, but sometimes like this, it's a little ridiculous because he doesn't have any wings or anything. He looks really happy about being able to fly, though. He's got like a big toothy grin about it. Yeah! Oh, to be a giant Catwoman riding a dinosaur through... See, that's... You gotta play the game. Well... I mean, you probably wouldn't enjoy being a tiny Makote lady, but once you can, then you'll really like it, I'm sure. There's some ludicrous like combinations, though, I admit. Depending on what you're wearing, what you're on, and who you're with. Like, you could have the most ridiculous minion following you around while you're on, like, a... let's see, what's the weirdest mount that I have? It's a giant egg for Easter. There's a turtle that fucking spins around in the air, which is pretty fucking funny. Giant onion boys, all these little onion people. They got that little spaceship where it shrinks you down. Oh, there's the one where you're like here, let me show you some of these weirdo ones before I turn that in. They're all so weird. I mean, some of them are like lore compliant, and other ones really, it's like, what the fuck is this? Oh, I should have, god damn it, I should have picked a place where I could fly. Because sometimes the ground terrain is fine, but when you fly, it gets bizarre. So like, for example, the turtle guy, if I can load it up. The Adamantoise. Like, okay, you're like big turtle. Cool, makes sense. When you fly, though, for some reason, it gets like little rockets in it, and it hides in its shell, and this is just how you're flying around. My character would certainly be throwing up at a certain point. Yeah. That's that little guy. And then there's like, I don't have it because it's super fucking expensive, but there's a giant, you know, from the Gold Saucer, there's a giant glowy cactuar. Like, it looks like an inflatable cactuar that you can jump around in. I don't have it, though. There's some things that are not that weird, but they're funny. Like a big Christmas bear. Fly around with a big Christmas bear. Like, that's just kind of funny. It's not too strange. The chocobos are funny because the fat ones, because you try when you're running, you're like, here little guy, here's a little Gashel Green, but if you fly, you need a little something more to like encourage, because he's got tiny fucking wings, right? So the encouragement for flying is it switches to a cake, because that's what's needed to convince it. Look at it, it's trying to eat the fucking cake as you're flying. It's like, oh, almost there. Almost got it. Yep, yep, yep. So that's pretty funny on its own. Yeah, there's a lot of really cute fucking things. There's also, this one's always weird. It's cool, but it's weird. It's you're just being picked up by this giant mechanical hand that's trying to like daintily carry you. I just love it because like the character is just like, it almost looks like you gave up and you're like, oh, whatever, just take me out of here. The claw. The claw. Is there anything super weird? These other ones are just kind of normal. Let's see. Chair. Oh, this is just kind of funny because it's for Easter. So it's a big egg, as I casually sit on this egg. And when you fly... Wait, where is it? No, it's not flying. Oh, it has its own emote. It makes a little chocobo chick pop out. This is a little silly. It's cute though, but silly. What else? Is there anything else weird? There were also crossovers from... What the fuck was this show called? There's some anime crossover where there's all these like ridiculous, like a giant fucking... I think it's called like a Nyan Nyan or something. Big cat. Which it completely doesn't look like it works in this game, but hey, it was a crossover event, so I took it. Oh, and the equivalent of like a... This looks like a ghost sperm. This looks terrible. It's just like it looks like an amusement park ride. Maybe on like a smaller character this would almost look normal, but not on a big tall dude. Let's see. These other ones aren't strange. The TV one's kind of funny. Like, help! I'm stuck in a TV! He just like hops around and then takes off. It's like it shrinks you down. No, I think I can eat a pizza in here. Some emotes you can do while you're inside the TV. Let's see. Eat pizza. Mmm, great pizza. It's so stupid. Yeah, pizza. Why does it? I don't know why it exists, but because it exists, I will try to claim it. Anytime something like this appears, I'm like, well, I gotta have it now. Oh yeah, and Snowman is not too crazy. It's just kind of funny. I am a snowman. Now, when I move, you can see I'm trying to bounce around in a snowman outfit. And then I hide again. Some people, sometimes they place the snowman like somewhere like here or something. So it looks like it's just another thing in the area. And then someone will come by and be like, what? Not realizing, oh, it's a mount. Whee! I wish when you flew and stuff, you couldn't see yourself. It'd be funnier if you just saw like a flying snowman. I should have used that more when it was actually Christmas time. But yeah, everything else is... These aren't weird. That's not really weird. Oh, these big onion people are kind of funny. Is this an angry onion boy? This one looks like an eggplant, actually more than an onion. But there's... Let's see. This is the onion guy. The Island Onion Prince. This one's sad. It's just... it's just really strange. But, I mean, the vast majority of the mounts aren't weird. It's just the... kind of the fringe ones are. Alright, back to Limsa. Yeah, I like the onion boys. Usually they're very tiny, like they're about the size of that minion. But when I did that little island of my own, that section of the game, once you earn enough points on your own island, you can buy all those little onion boy mounts. But they're not onion boys. They're different forms of mandragora. But since I'm sure you don't know what the hell a mandragora is, it makes more sense to just say onion boy. Okay, so we finished that quest. Now we get the armor? I hope. This quest wasn't quite as... I was thinking, like, do I make a YouTube video out of this one? But it was kind of basic. The Christmas one, I was like, okay, that's sort of fun. This one is fine for stream, but I don't know if I want to go through the effort of editing together this video, because it was really just like a guy didn't like the fortune he got, and then he helped his friend, and that was it. It's not super eventful, honestly. I have to sometimes weigh, like, is this worth the time and effort to edit this? Or is this just something that's good enough to leave as a saved stream? And I think this may be one of the saved streams. All right. Welcome back, my friends. I understand everyone's safe, but what happened out there? Well... Hey there. Give me your armor. Oh, he did have to change his outfit. My friends, I cannot well express how relieved I am for your preservation. It is because I failed to explain the Omakuji in sufficient detail that you met with danger. I can't apologize enough. Please, do not blame yourself. I'm the one who overestimated my own abilities. Having great fortune doesn't mean that one can act without due care. I realize this now. And I would have realized sooner had I properly read the Omakuji beforehand. Adventure. The way shall open to those who know their limits, it says. But there's more. Relationships. Thou shalt be blessed with stalwart comrades. And I truly am. Button up your shirt, man. That reminds me. What became of your armor? You wish to have it repaired, I believe. Unfortunately, it was too far gone. The armorer told me it would make more sense to have a new one crafted. Not that I have that sort of coin either. In that case, I believe we can be of service. We can offer you a set of Yoroi armor. Yoroi armor in your tongue, as a reward to those who have helped to make this Heavensturn celebration better. You have more than earned it. Truly! This sounds too good to be true. Ah, but it is true, my friend, and no more than you deserve. Come now, don't be shy. Take your prize and try it on. Well, he's gonna be a weeaboo. From gold armor to open shirt and jeans. I feel like there was something in between. Unless he was wearing that underneath. There you go. That kind of matches your axe better. It's magnificent, just magnificent. And to think my Omakuji said grave misfortune. Take this as a lesson that no matter your fortune, you still hold the power to shape your fate. And I believe that the Yoroi suits you well, if I might add. As you recall, your fortune cautioned you to put the needs of others before yourself. And so you did, by risking your life to save your comrade. That selfless act may well have reversed your grave misfortune. I see. Actually, I don't. I don't really understand the workings of Omakuji, but I do know that I'll always have Beautifoin's back. Is that like French? Beautifoin? Beautifoin's back, just as he always had mine. And now that he has a new set of armor, perhaps we can take to the road together. Oh, you guys gonna hook up? Yeah, it does look better than the gold. I mean, it has some gold on it. I can't thank you enough for helping with the many unexpected troubles that occurred this day. I would be honored if you'd accept a set of Yoroi of your own. Furthermore, should you wish to draw Omakuji, you need only say the word. Indeed, I hope to see you many more times before the festivities end. Oh, so I can do it again? Let's see if I get I want a better fortune. Beau de foi? Oh, that sounds better than what I was saying. Beau de foi. Foi. Okay, so I can just keep drawing. Does it cost money to keep drawing these? Happy New Year. Great pun. Fucking game. Happy New Year. With great fortune comes great... What the fuck is this person wearing? Oh my god. They even have blush on their cheeks. No, get out of the way. I'm looking at the dude. Fuck. Or the lady, whatever. That's the Hrothgar lady. With a fucking floating mouse in front. Hey, Ethach. Oh, that's pretty funny. Oh my god. Why is it always Hrothgar doing the funny, like, cross-dressing? Let's see here. I want to try to get another fortune. It's good to see you, my friend. Tell me, how may I be of service? More Omakuji. He's perfect, no notes. Oh, it's not 100 gil. Sure. Very good. I shall be happy to oblige. What are my odds? Okay. Oh no, now I get the grave misfortune. Grave misfortune. Thou shalt experience considerable misfortune. Heed these words of guidance, and thy luck may change. Adventure. Think upon thy daily conduct, lest thou be incarcerated? Relationship. That which is said cannot be unsaid. Mind thy words. Oh, that's good advice. Prosperity. A thief's map shall avail you not. Turn instead to that of thine allies. Conflict. Shouldst thou struggle to advance, look to a different path. Favor. Unless thou casteth aside thine anger, like unto the matron, thou shalt know no respite from conflict. Respite from conflict. Do they try to craft this so it works towards the story? Let me do one more, because three's a lucky charm, right? Oh yeah, you gotta go tie it up. What is that outfit? It looks like a fucking Dark Soul outfit. I think that's... What is that? Eden Grace. Okay. This thing looks like... there's like a helmet in Elden Ring that looks like it has like a mane like this. So it just caught my eye. Weird. Wait. Is that mane their hair? Or is, like, if I put it on... Oh, I have it too. Huh. Cool. Alright, one more of these. See if I can avoid grave misfortune. Fuck, I got it again. Stop giving me great misfortune. His face! He's like, what the fuck? Thou shalt experience considerable misfortune. Heed these words of guidance, and thy luck may change. Adventure. Thou shalt be made to wait to sally forth. With apologies, pray abide in patience. Relationships. Thou shalt hear from the object of thine affection. Choose well thy words. I was like, don't fuck up your date. Prosperity. The greater thy desire, the smaller the prize. Clear thy mind. Conflict. A dull blade is quick to break. Hone thyself well. Favor. Shouldst thou cling to thine audacity like unto the warden, thou shalt scorch those around thee. Huh. Come on, I don't want to end on a misfortune. Oh, I can't skip it. God damn it. Skip. Come on, give me one that's not grave misfortune. The first one I got wasn't grave misfortune. That does seem like not a great omen. Come on now. Give me a good one. Come on. Fair fortune. Thou shalt experience moderate fortune. Keep these words of guidance in thy heart. Adventure. Stay true to thyself, and the way shall open for thee. Wait! Is this the same one I got at the very beginning? Oh, no, it's slightly different. Relationships. Be ever grateful, and thou shalt know blessed friendship. Prosperity. Wealth lieth in the seas and skies. Send forth vessels to explore. Conflict. A grueling battle awaiteth. Reassess thine equipment. Like, make sure you've mended all your gear before you do something. Favor. Be audacious like unto the warden, and thy comrades shall follow thee true. Alright. I'll take a fair fortune. Okay. Now, the important thing is, how does this outfit look? I need to check out that gear. Oh, somebody else is a little doggy. Or not doggy. What do they call it? A doggy. A Tyrannosaurus. Let's switch to it. There's a little, do I have the other dinosaur? There's another cute little dinosaur. He's like a Bronto. Little Brontosaurus. Shit, maybe I don't have it. I've seen it before. There's the little T-Rex. Yeah. Oh! Baby Brachiosaur. Look at this little guy. Cute. Do they play together? Sometimes there's occasional pets that will react to one another. Oh, look at this little baby tiger. Oh, they're all cute. Oh, where did everybody... They must have ran away. My favorite is still the capybara baby. It's hard to top that. Where's my favorites? There is also a tiny salt and pepper seal, which is amazing. The seal is very cute. What? Did he just roll on his side? Oh. Cute. Okay. Anyway. Looking at little animals. Sometimes there's also vendors around. Is there anything else they're selling? Festival supplier. Crane banner. Oh, okay. We probably should buy a couple of those. Let's buy 2. It's always a good standard. Advent cakes? Oh, I got a bunch of Advent cakes. Let's buy a lot. And what is a Zoni? Oh no, that's just regular food. I don't need to buy that. Oh, look at these! It's a little snowman family. That's cute. The seal is very cute. It's a little smarmy looking snowman. See? Actually, I kind of want to visit that pirate lady and see if she had anything new to say. Wait! Oh, they're around here. Beau de Foin. This is by far the nicest set of armor I've ever owned. It's a work of remarkable craftsmanship, forged using techniques known only to master artisans of the Far East. The folks at the Armorers Guild nearly turned green with envy when I showed it to them. The Omikujishi's words from earlier still ring in my head, of turning a curse into a blessing, misfortune into fortune. It was a valuable lesson I should not soon forget. Oh good, you're looking better. Baudefa's new set of armor suits him rather well, don't you think? He certainly earned it. I couldn't ask for a finer comrade to have by my side. Are you friend zoning each other? What is going on here? So where's the lady? Why is this person bowing? Must get great fortune. You've already tried 5 times already. Sometimes, like, the side conversations are really funny. Oh, it's, what's his face? Arenvald. Oh, and a bunch of bunnies. What the fuck? What a curious custom, this Heavensturn. They certainly seem to be enjoying themselves. It's pudding way. Well, 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 if it isn't Gaddis. Just moments ago, a man calling himself the Mochi Daikon handed me a curious cake made from rice. It had an oddly soft and chewy texture. You know, I think it would go quite well with pudding. Yes. Who else is around here? Who's not normally here? Was it just those guys? That was pretty funny, though. Does he have stuff to give me? I'm thrilled to see one and all enjoying the Omakuji-so. Though our cultures be different, it is wonderful we can still come together in celebration like this year after year. Oh, he's just normal. Alright, where is the fucking pirate lady? As much as we sirens loved us the old ways, when the tide changes, you've got to change with it. If someone had told me a year ago we'd be guarding fishing boats and peddling ocean produce, I'd have fed him his own lying tongue. But here we are, eh? Oh, that's just a regular conversation? Aw. I thought she was going to try to talk to Carvalane. Oh, maybe I should go check Carvalane. There's no way they'd have him say something, but if they did, that would be fucking great. Yeah, let's go see if he's here. Where the fuck is it? It's like... No... Is it actually over here? Where is this dude? Maybe here. He is here. Hey, Carvalane. He looks like he's so irritated. He's like, what the fuck am I doing here? Oh my god. Alright, what's up with you, Carvalane? Ever since the Garlean vessels began disappearing from the seas, honest trade has come to account for the bulk of the coin we Krakens earn. If this is to be the future, then so be it. The tides will turn, as is their wont, and the wise man sails with them towards the shores of new opportunity. Oh, so he doesn't say anything crazy. This is just pretty much like post-Endwalker stuff. I was really hoping he'd have something silly to say about that pirate captain lady that likes him, but alas. Alright. So let's go to, actually, let's take a peek at that outfit. Here, make this real big. Oh, what? That's it. I thought it got bigger. Well, I guess it's kind of decently big. Alright, let's do a thing where we try all the pieces on. That is a very weeby outfit, but it's cool. Let's see. Can it be dyed a better color? Black. I mean, black and gold is always a classy color, and he looks pretty fucking good in it. Maybe blue? A nice blue trim? That's not too shabby either. What are the shoes like? But the shoes don't even really change color. It's just the coat? Oh, wait, no, wait, hold on a second. There we go. Oh. This is kind of a nice outfit, actually. Like, it dyes pretty well. Purple. Jeez. Who buys some of these dye colors? Gold. Super gold. This is what Baudafont should have picked for his outfit. All right. I might have to work this into one of my glamour sets. It looks pretty nice. I mean, I always got my standard, you know, blue outfit, my Neo Ishgardian outfit, but that looks pretty sweet still. Alright, I need to drop off that stuff in my glamour dresser because it takes up a lot of slots. Yeah, it looks good. See that? There's this, like, sometimes this stuff will be available later on the MOG station. You know, the store, basically, that you could buy it with actual money. But, oops, oh, god damn it, I didn't mean to go here. I meant to go here, but it's the same icon color. But that is the only kind of FOMO that you get with this game. Because obviously this is a timed event. It goes until, I think, the middle of this month. And then it's gone. So if anybody joins the game afterwards, they'll be like, oh, that's a cool outfit. How do I get it? It's like, well, you kind of can't because the event's over. But usually, at some point, months and months later, they'll add it to the MOG shop. So, like, you could buy it. It's just kind of shitty because it'll probably end up costing, like, I don't know, 15, 20 bucks to buy it rather than catching the event. Yeah, Fantasy Samurai. I mean, good because there's a samurai class. But, I mean, it would still probably look pretty good even with other classes. I don't know if it would look... I mostly play either a red mage or a summoner. So that might be pushing it a little bit for one of those classes, but it still looks really good, so fuck it, I guess. I'd still wear it anyway. Let's see. Heavensturn Kote. Alright. Is that all of it? Yes. Okay. Well, that wasn't, like... That wasn't too short, but it also was a pretty low impact, pretty low impact event compared to some of the other events I've had. The summer one was fun because I don't know if you'd remembered it, but like they actually had you go through this fucking obstacle course and stuff. That was interesting. Oh, I should put this in the... I have all this stuff I should put in the glamour dresser as well. These horns I could wear. Look like some fucking samurai beastmaster. Like, if I colored this the same... Oh, I can't do that in the same window. These are like teal or like dark green horns. If I made myself all green, I would probably go with it, but that's too much green. Alright. Alright, what are we looking at here? It is only 9:30. I mean, I'll just run a dungeon real quick. It's a nice kind of like a palate cleanser. And dungeons are also nice because then, unlike these story things where I'm stuck kind of reading the stuff and I can't comment too much until after like a cutscene, I can pretty much just talk freely in a dungeon without any repercussion. Oh, God. This week has been so strange because it's like coming back from vacation, but everybody's still in various states of like ramping back up. So it almost doesn't feel like a real week. I am eager to get to Saturday to play some more Knights of the Republic. I think I'm definitely like, I gotta be like halfway through it by now, right? Or even over halfway through. Because I've done almost all the planets. I know there's part 2 of Onderon / Duxon, right? But Korriban, I mean, I'm getting to the interesting meat and potatoes of Korriban. You feel very bereft now that you finished 2. You already, you did 2 playthroughs already? Like speed runs? Or did you not start like from scratch. That's really fast. Or I'm playing really slow. I don't know which one's which. Didn't speedrun? Holy shit. I'm almost thinking like when I start playing the first Dragon Age, not that I'm gonna speed run it, but it is packed with so much content. I might not, it's so hard for me to not be a completionist, but I might want to see if I don't necessarily do like every single thing. Because there's like there's an expansion called Dragon Age Awakening that I think you're supposed to play after Origins, but before Dragon Age 2, because there's a character in that one that is one of the main companion characters in the second game. So I've never played Awakening, so I want to get maybe a better understanding of that character, because I kind of don't like him in 2. I'm hoping that playing Awakening makes me like him more. Just obsessive. I understand that. Yeah. I'm loosely hoping that you get a kick out of Dragon Age, because from especially like your writing style and like the kinds of characters that are in it, there's certain ones that I'm almost betting with myself to be like, is this gonna be a Joe favorite? This might be. There are some that are a me favorite, definitely, but I'm betting the exact opposites will be the ones that you probably like more. I think it's fine too if you want to do some things off stream. So what I might do, I don't think I had to in the latter 2 games, but Origins may or may not require me to just do a little bit of grinding like off stream potentially. I can't remember if it was difficult if you just rush through it without like leveling properly. That's the only thing. Yeah. The writing is so good too. Like that's the one thing that, obviously Mass Effect and KOTOR will rank a little higher in my book than Dragon Age, but the one thing Dragon Age does have going for it is really good lore and really good characters. The gameplay, I don't know, it's serviceable. It looks good. It looks fine. But I'll say the other 2 games were more like visually interesting, like when you're fighting. Dragon Age, it's kind of a mess because it's a bunch of characters just on a field fighting. The other 2 games kind of organize it a little bit better. I mean, KOTOR's kind of similar to that, but Mass Effect looks like better. But you got David Gator and what's his face, Mark Laidlaw or whatever. There's some better known writers that really beefed up the first like 1.5 Dragon Age games, so they front loaded it with a lot of really interesting lore and stuff that's very unique to that universe, which I like a lot. They also have a lot of sassy characters, which can never have too many sassy characters. Like well-written sassy, not like the shitty, like there's some shitty sassy characters out there in other games, but oh yeah, I forgot. You'll love Claudia Black's character. I guarantee you'll love Claudia Black's character. Steve Bloom's character is kind of funny. He's like sort of forgettable, but his character has some great one-liners. That's all I'll say about those 2. But yeah. Oh my god, what's going on with this timer? Usually I like get an expert roulette really fast. I guess everybody's doing like the event tonight, so maybe it's a little harder getting into a dungeon. Did you already look up stuff on it? Don't spoil yourself too soon. All I'll say is my favorite character is voiced by this guy named Steve Valentine? Steven? Is it Steven Valentine or Steve Valentine? Let me look that up. Which is a cool name on its own. He's such a goofy looking dude. Yeah, Steve Valentine voices my favorite character. Like far and away. I've absorbed knowledge of many things through the internet osmosis. Apparently he's like a magician or something in real life. Because he was an actor and stuff too, but like, I think I'm pretty sure I follow him on Twitter. And I swear I thought I saw like some little like magician appearances or like shows or something that he was talking about at one point. He's got a great voice. I wouldn't call him attractive visually, but he's got a great voice. I feel like Claudia Black has the same awesome quality of her voice that, oh god, I forgot what her name is. That one actress that's in The Expanse. I need to look up her name. Shora Agdashlu. I've heard her in a bunch of things. Shora Agdashlu. Agdashlu? I'm butchering her name. He guested on many shows. Well, that's the funny thing. He's been on a lot of like Disney Channel-esque kind of shows as like the character that's there for 2 episodes tops. Like something like that. He's never like a lead person. I almost feel like BioWare games were some actors' opportunities to become leading characters, whereas normally they never would be, you know? Which is great because they deserve it. Oh, hey, Lost and Found. Oh, you just missed the Heavensturn event. Although I'm sure you can catch it on the VOD. It was fun. And it had this really cool outfit. It's like samurai outfit. What is this? Let's see if I can... Oh, wait, this is the wrong thing. It was... Wait. Am I looking at the wrong thing? Is that it? No. This one. Yeah, this outfit that you get for doing the event, and you could dye it. What I love is like now the more recent events actually has dyeable armor. Some of the old school ones, it's like it was just whatever the color of the thing was, and you couldn't do anything about it. It's kind of a bummer. Timing is good. Oh, you didn't want spoilers? Or are you being sarcastic about the timing is good? It's a cute event. It's pretty short, relatively speaking. I was hoping there might be a bit more meat to its bones, but unfortunately no. Well, that's the thing. Actually, that would go really well with the helmet if you did any of the previous year's helmets. They actually, the main NPC has the bunny. There was definitely a previous bunny ear, because there's one that has like the ears on it, and he's wearing that. Oh, where's my carbuncle? Some of the, I mean, like, what sucks about the helmets is they're so specific. I would never really wear them. There was one year that was like, was it like a bull or something like that? There's a couple different years. It's always an animal head. It's like, I'm not gonna wear that. What am I gonna do with that? Oh, I gotta raise my camera up again. Favorite thing about the Final Fantasy aesthetic is all the extra strappy bit. Yeah, well, ever since, what is it, Final Fantasy VII, where you get lots of those belts and zippers. But that's because Tetsuya Nomura just loves that aesthetic. He needs someone to like slap his hand whenever he starts like drawing more than like 5 belts. He got really bad around is it Crisis Core? No. Actually, there's some big belt and zipper guys in that one. But like around one of the first Kingdom Hearts, he was doing a lot of character designs for things that just too many belts and zippers. Year of the Rabbit. Everyone gets Viera gear. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Poor Viera's with their not being able to wear most headgear. I was assuming that they'd be slowly working to fix that, but the offerings have been so meager for actual, like, unique headwear for them. It's kind of a bummer. And in 10 where Lulu had a dress. Oh god, that's right. The dress was just belts. It looked really uncomfortable. Because, I mean, I'm sure people obviously cosplayed as Lulu, but, like, if it truly was just made out of belts, they'd be, those, like, hard metal parts would be, like, slapping your legs all the time. It would probably hurt. RPGs have separate budgets for belts. Or they'll say, like, oh, it gives you a plus 10 to something because, you know, all the belts. It almost feels like a joke that for Endwalker, they essentially got rid of the, what was it on here? The belts category. No more belts. Uh-oh. Man, I can't wait for next Tuesday. I rewatched the trailer for patch 6.3. I don't know what to expect. I'm excited we will finally see Halone. My stupid brain is hoping there's some reference to Haurchefant, even though it makes no sense. Like, hey, he was the goodest boy ever, and he believed in Halone, so maybe Halone could be nice and be like, he was a good boy. We're just gonna say a nice thing about him. Or like he'll show up as like a helper character or some stupid shit. That would be nice. If unrealistic. $14 belt removal was a budget cut to put towards... Well, it's a joke, and yet it also makes sense, because it literally was to make room for more things. Them getting rid of the belt category, I think allowed them... That was one of the things that allowed them to increase, like, twice as many of the glamour dresser slots or something. So it's like, sure, okay. You couldn't even see the belts anyway. So it seemed like such a waste. I think that's literally the one wearable item that, like, you can't, like, you physically wouldn't see on you. Now, here's a little tidbit that you might not realize. And this is probably also why belts were a thing up to that point. In 1.0, you could see the belts on the character. And since they didn't have as many gear sets, if you had certain belts on, they actually looked different on the outfit. Like, it would make the outfit slightly change, obviously, if a certain thicker belt bunched up, you know, differently in the midsection than another belt. But obviously, as you can already imagine, that's a lot of fucking work. If you have to make essentially variations for belts and shit. So it's no wonder that stuff would have to go when Realm Reborn came out and they kind of fixed all that stuff that 1.0 did wrong or inefficiently. It doesn't sound scalable, which I think is a big reason why they put the kibosh to that. But it's fascinating to see some of the design choices of the previous version of the game. It's actually pretty reassuring in a sense, if that makes sense, that, you know, like, you're not playing a game where they insist, like, oh no, we have to stay true to these things. It's like, if it sucks, change it. Like, that's why a lot of the raids that they have now, the newer raids, don't play the same as much of the older raids, even from 2.0, which is kind of a good thing, because they essentially just started trimming the fat and finding things that either didn't work well or, like, just kind of made the experience not as enjoyable and kind of tweaked it as they went. But there were a lot of things about 1.0 that sounded good on paper, but then when you see it in practice, it's like, there's no way, you know, say like 5-10 years out that shit would have worked. Like, they had a thing where, you know, admittedly, a lot of the jobs are kind of homogenous now, and there's not a lot of mixing and matching. But they had something that was similar to Final Fantasy XI, where back in the day, you could pick, like, combinations of classes. Where, similar to 11, that had, like, a sub-job. Like, you'd have your main job that would be, like, say, Paladin or something like that. Or, they didn't even have Paladin, I think it was, like, Gladiator. And this is where some of the older jobs like Gladiator, Arcanist, you know, the stuff before you get your current main jobs come from. Like, you could mix and match abilities from one totally different thing. Like, give yourself Stone Skin or Cure or some other kind of stuff or a different skill and have that character do that and make kind of a customized ability list, which sounds great, but in practice it's like, that means they have to keep adjusting all their content to account for those different kind of possibilities that people would have. Otherwise, what ends up inevitably happening is somebody finds the proper combination that's the most efficient, and then everybody just starts doing that combination, right? You don't truly get people doing really unusual combinations. Most people will start copying and find like, well, this one is like the best abilities. You can still kind of see that like here under role, even as far back as fuck, I think they changed it for Shadowbringers, but like I think maybe Stormblood or that expansion, or definitely Heavensward, some of these were like cross-class skills that you could still pick. But now it's like you just get all of them, and they've reduced the ones that are like cross-class. So it's only like 4 or 5, and it's not nearly the same kinds of combinations as before. So everything's kind of getting more homogenized, which some people complain about, but it's better for their long-term planning so that stuff doesn't get like out of control. So from a game developer's standpoint, I completely understand why the fuck they're doing this. But admittedly, yeah, from a game player's standpoint, it's like, oh, I'm losing more options that I used to have. So I can kind of get it why people would be mad, but they dangle all these nice new carrots in front of you instead, so that you're like, oh, look at this instead, and don't think about the things that they're quietly deleting from the game. I still am vaguely concerned about like what the hell the next major plotline story arc is going to be, because similar to Avengers, you know, the previous Avengers Phase 3 or whatever, like how do you top a Thanos situation, right? How do you top literally saving everyone against the end of the universe? Like, you can't just go back to like mustache twirling villains anymore. I mean, they haven't had a mustache twirling villain since, you know, La Habrea from Realm Reborn, but like you've almost challenged yourself into making a better class of criminal, you know, like or antagonist. You can't do just the standard like, hey, we're gonna destroy everything, because then your character's just gonna like roll their eyes and be like, yeah, I've done that already. You know, snap my fingers and kick this guy's ass. It's funny too, because there is I can't remember if I mentioned this before, but there is this growing dissonance between your character and you. So like, you know, when Realm Reborn started out, even 1.0, pretty much whatever you wanted to do, your character did. And there wasn't too much variation. But over the past, like, definitely Shadowbringers and Endwalker, the Warrior of Light feels a certain way about things. And most of the time, the way because they write the stories so well, I, at least, am very in line with how my Warrior of Light feels. But I've seen streamers, one particular one in particular that I've been watching because she's going through 5.1 of Shadowbringers now, say like, I don't like this character, or I don't like this other scenario that's happening, whereas like 98% of everybody else does. And I realized, oh shit, we've hit that threshold where now they have to establish, you know, because the story has gotten so specific, that the Warrior of Light canonically feels certain ways about certain characters. And you may not feel that way. And it's too bad, because some people have gotten used to the feeling like my character equals me. And I guess that's kind of not going to be the case pretty soon. Not that that's a negative thing necessarily, but it's just a reality some people are going to have to face if, you know, what they believed, what they subscribed to doesn't match how the hero is going to do things. Like the streamer I was following, she does not like Grahatia. And in the back of my head, I'm like, you're really not gonna like the next couple of patches then. She's in 5.1, and it's like, if you played like 5.3, it's expecting that you're gonna be real torn up about some stuff. That's gonna be tough for you. Almost watching like a Schadenfreude kind of thing, just waiting for her to be like displeased, I guess. The writers do love him too much. And what she was saying, which I actually can kind of understand, is from her point of view, you know, because she's a far bigger streamer than I am, she sees him almost like the way people do like parasocial relationships. Like you have that one viewer that always chats with you and thinks that they're your friend and stuff, but it's just a viewer, and you're like, dude, I don't really like you that way, you know? But Graha kind of is like that, because he's like the biggest simp, you know? And if you don't like a simp, it's gonna be a difficult process, because they're not letting go of the fact that, at least to some degree, the Warrior of Light does like his or her simp, you know? They care about him. Because there's that whole bit, you know, where he's like, if I died, everybody would be returned to the source. Or at least that's the way he thought for a while, right? And she's like, okay, cool, just die, right? Just die, because I want my friends back to where they're supposed to be. And I'm thinking in my head, like, that's not how that works. Even if you could somehow do it, the game wouldn't let you do that. The game says that the Warrior of Light cares about Graha too much to do that. He is a massive fanboy. And I'm amazed, actually, that so many people really do like him so much. Because that could very easily backfire, right? Where you'd be like, oh, this is a little too intense. I'm kind of done, you know? And admittedly, I get a little frustrated when so many people that do like him a lot try to establish him as like the canon pairing with the Warrior of Light. And I'm like, no, fuck that. Harshafant is my personal Warrior of Light's canonical pair, you know? He might be fucking dead, that doesn't matter. He will always be my Warrior of Light's essentially like his soulmate. Which it provides for so many amazing traumatic, angsty situations, right? Which is also kind of why I like that concept. But then Grahatia comes waltzing in going like, hey, I noticed you're not really with anybody. Let me go adventuring with you. And in the back of my head, I'm like, well, Gaddis would be like, of course, you're kind of like my best friend. I would love to adventure with you. Don't put your hand on my knee, though. Because I'm not ready for that. I might never be ready for that. Because the person I pine for is fucking dead. You know. Graha putting everyone in danger and going, oh, oops, my bad, teleport everyone wrong. Seeing this new character nearly kill all... Right. And that's what her problem with him was. She didn't like that. And it doesn't matter that he was totally willing to kill himself to try to make things right, which is like, wow, it's an extreme other side of the... the extreme other side of the fence kind of decision for Graha to make. But I think, I don't know. I'm not sure how she's going to react, especially in Endwalker. He's still kind of important, right? So you can't get rid of that. I find him kind of cute and overall kind of harmless. But if they ever tried to push the idea that, you know, there's like a meant to be kind of thing with your character and him, I would probably get a little irritated. But I've noticed that they've kept away from doing that specifically. He might always just be stuck in a permanent one-sided relationship, which is fine. As long as they establish like, not unless my character explicitly says, hey, I like you that way. Like, don't start forcing them into a relationship. obviously aren't actually in harm's way, but doesn't get it. Yeah. It also doesn't help that all the Crystal Tower stuff wasn't voiced. I distinctly feel that, especially for newer players, they only... It's like trying to get a kid to pay attention to stuff. You know, everyone... A lot of newer players, no offense, but a lot of newer players have like almost like an ADD kind of issue with a story, where if it's not a voiced cutscene, it's kind of hard to get people to focus and pay attention or be interested. And I wish that Crystal Tower, I mean, they could still do it retroactively, was voiced, like the whole plot line, because then you'd already know what he sounds like. Then people would feel like they connect with him better, I bet. And when he has to disappear for a long-ass period of time, maybe he would at least stay in people's minds better. Because as it stands, even people that did loosely remember him, you know, when Shadowbringers was new, was still like, oh, it's that guy? You know, the cat guy that, like, stayed in the tower? You know, like, I knew a lot of people that were like, oh, well, I guess it makes sense that it's him because, you know, the tower, but it's like, It wasn't like saying like Estinian was, you know, the caped person or whatever. Or think it's not important because it isn't. Yeah, exactly. Voicing makes a huge difference. And I get that it's expensive and also takes up a lot of fucking space for them to constantly voice stuff, because that means you're just adding more gigs to your hard drive every time there's another expansion with even more voiced lines. But I do think revamping Crystal Tower to be voiced would be a really good call. It's a bummer that most raids aren't... I think all raids aren't voiced. Like, for example, you never hear Gaia except, like, 2 times. One, when she's saving Reen from being, you know, permanent Shiva. And then the other time when there's those memories and that final, like, fight where you're trying to save her memories and shit. Because otherwise, what would she sound like? I don't know. I do hope that the voice actors enjoy what they're doing. Like, I know that the guy that voices Graha is in Bridgerton or whatever. But hopefully he's enjoying the popularity he's received from a game, you know? Because I don't think he was voicing games before, at least as far as I know. And I always kind of worry that maybe one day one of those actors that's doing a voice is going to get tired of it and be like, I don't want to come back. Like, heaven forbid fucking Urianger's voice actor doesn't come back to voice stuff. I've gotten so attached to his voice. The dude looks really weird, if I'm being cruel about it, but, like, his voice is fucking amazing. Does things to me. He's going to be in the Wicked movie? As who? Don't tell me as Fiero. I'm going to lose it. You remember when we... Oh, no, wait. Who was that? Oh, no, that was my other friend. I went to an evening of Wicked that was like the understudies of the Broadway cast. And there was a Fiero in that evening that was very cute. And so for a very short period of time, I had a big crush on that guy. I was like looking up like, what else has he been in? Like, what are the Broadway shows? Like, has he acted? And then, of course, much like anything else, at some point later on, I randomly lost interest and just hooked onto something else. Oh, he is Fiero? Holy shit. You better watch out for the fans. They're gonna be fucking nuts. You just know it. The recent raids not being voiced seems like a crime. Who doesn't want to hear Elizabeth speak more? That's right. I've desperately wanted to hear Elizabeth speak more. He's got that amazing, like, whispery voice. So calm. I think... No, actually that's Hythlodaeus' voice. Because I think Naldthal in the Alliance raid must be voiced by... Or, like, one side of him must be voiced by Hythlodaeus, because he sounds super fucking familiar. Looking up the other things they're in phase? Yeah. It's an embarrassing phase, but usually one that's done in private. I don't usually talk about like, oh yeah, I totally looked at whatever else this actor's been in.